SimWorld 2,
Hello,
an
everyone.
immersive and highly
Hi,
detailed
Matt.
rail
Hi, Matt.
simulation featuring authentic routes and trains from around the world.
Goodbye, 314.
You've just been awarded some action points.
Yay.
These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience. It is necessary to be fully
Ooh.
observant of the surrounding world. Practice by looking.
So, yes. Oh,
This is one of many interactives to be discovered, but
so yes. Sorry, just before we listen to some more from Matt. This is awesome. I've got to say, the station. It's a bit of a shame. I can't get on them either. It's even more of a shame. But looks like we get to drive this thing, the Class 314. I will be honest. I remember this being. I remember this being sort of in early stages of planning when I left Dovetail. Well, early stages being talked about and researched by Gameplay. Yeah, it's about fine audio levels. Um, yeah. There's some information I could reveal, but I'm not going to, because I'm a nice person. But the 314s, I've got to say, I quite like them, and obviously it makes sense to make a 314 because they're making the 313 for ECW, and they're exceptionally similar trains, so, you know, it's less, effectively in the long run, it's less work. It's an interesting door system. Oh, this is my cab. You know, even well since the days of the TS Classic 314, I always wanted to go in that compartment area and get in through this door. I can do that now. Oh, hello.
a lot of time will be spent operating trains, so when ready, sit in the driver's seat.
I'm just testing things at this point. So that door... Oh, I can open this door and get out of it. That is also very cool. Pull that down. Squeaks. I like that. Actually, I think you probably... Would you leave it open or closed? I don't know. Let's sit down.
You can pause the experience at any point and review previous and current objectives. Check it out now and then return to the game when ready.
That sounds decent, actually. Right, escape. There we go. Accepted it this time.
A heads-up display has appeared on the right-hand side of the screen. This is a guide to what the train is doing.
Is it really, Matt?
This is the speed display. The white needle shows current speed, and the red marker indicates the maximum permitted speed. This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate forward, reverse, and neutral
Quite cool. Got a
directions.
big cab marker.
This is the power display. A number will indicate what position the power control is in. These are the brake indicators. They show the state of the various brake systems, allowing independent management of them.
So it's cool how much is actually, like, you know, how busy this cab
In the
is,
top
and
right are
most
the
of it I
signal
hope is
and
modelled.
speed limit displays. These feature an...
Come on, Matt.
Some of these displays can be hidden via the settings menu for a more challenging experience.
Okay. Wait, it just slammed me into notch 3. Interesting. This doesn't feel right, because I'm pressing E to continue and nothing's happening. Oh, someone's driving for me. That looks pretty
Glasgow
gorgeous, though.
Central is one of the major railway termini in Scotland, servicing commuter trains running around the Cathcart Circle line
The little blue
and
engines.
connecting the
Are trained.
surrounding areas
Are
of
these are
Neilston and Newton.
flower plots, right? Flower plots. No flowers in them. Big sad. This is a cool area.
This particular train is a Class 314 electric multiple unit and consists of a pair of 3-car units. It's capable of travelling at a top speed of 70 miles per hour.
This is nice. I like this. That's our driver uniform. I can deal with it. I can deal with it. But yeah, that. Oh,
Train Sim World 2 allows you to ride and drive from a selection of camera views. Let's take a look now while exploring this train.
it is nice to have, you know. I've just realised this is the first time I've driven in Scotland in TSW. That's quite an achievement, I guess. There we go. This is not a particularly cohesive tutorial, I'm not going to lie. It feels a bit weird, but I'm nitpicking at this point. I'm nitpicking. You only play this once.
You've only explored a small area here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy.
Oh
Welcome
yeah.
to Glasgow, Scotland's largest city with a rich history of shipbuilding, manufacturing, art and culture. Here you can experience the hustle and bustle of a modern suburban network using classic electric traction, which links Glasgow's suburbs with the historic Glasgow Central Hub. Along the way, be sure to apply tourist posters, refill newspaper stands, place route maps, and refill planters.
Oh,
Ferry
so it's a
commuters
collectible.
around the busy
Nice.
Circle Line and to and from Newton and Neilston. Welcome to the Cathcart Circle Line.
That's so okay. Well, first of all, important stuff. Artwork. So what it looks like. I'm really pleased with that. I enjoyed that a lot. The Glasgow Central looks awesome. The 314 looks awesome. Gameplay. Come on, lads. It feels very clunky. It feels. I don't want to say this, but it feels like something like that I would build. Yeah. Also, what is that? We never went above 15. Weird. Right, I'm not going to do the training because there are other people who have done that, and I feel like, it's just something that you only want to watch a certain number of times, really, don't you? So, we'll go timetable. So we've got 3166 correction. I'll have a look at the 66. So it's just Maze Coast Race 66, I think. Let's have a little look at it. Because we've got one scenario. Or one service, which is take over engineering works. That's quite cool. So you like, basically it's like it's weird coming in at 4:30 in the morning, but I won't question it. Class 314. We've got, how many services for it? How do you check again? I can't remember. Nah, doesn't matter. Let's do that. Newton to Glasgow via Pollock Shields East. 2 Papa 3. Right. Pop the doors. Interesting. Okay. So key goes in. Off. Doors now pop. Okay, good. Honestly, that's a nice little touch, I think. Headlights. Just looking around, seeing what we've got. We've got the little it's the OTMR, on-train monitoring, OTMR. That's it. Vestibule lights. Oh, cool. That is nice, actually. GSMR not modelled. Consider auxiliaries. I should probably funny about with that later and just get the train actually ready. Do we need to set destinations in this or not? Glasgow Central, it's in the window, I'm happy enough with that. Headlights, tail lamps, I'm happy with that, Lock the doors. Okay, I'm going to go a little early just to make sure we are set up correctly. We are. Away we go. Okay, train does make noise. It's just exceptionally quiet. Apologies for the noise going on outside. I guess I'm going to just talk very loudly. Wait, is that ice cream van? Okay, so the ice cream vans in my area now have the Wellerman. Is that little tune? There's a 50 sign, so it'll be going up in speed soon. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable driving this, to be honest. I mean, I guess that's what these things are designed to be. That's a bit of a go-kart, but, you know. I actually need to figure out how to turn the AWS on. I'll do that in the next stop, which is Kirk Hill. Kirk Hill, and 50 yards. So actually this thing is pretty sedate at those high ends, and you've got to use high power settings to keep the speed up. I don't normally go with the cab light on because it's just weird, but in this tunnel I feel like I need it. I'm bringing it here just a little bit, but we'll see how well this brakes. No wheel flange sounds, that's a bit of a shame. This thing does not stop very well. Wow. I was going to get out and run around and start getting collectibles, but I'm probably not going to do that now. So I'm going to unisolate, DSD on. That's everything we need, I think. I'm actually going to pause my recording for a second and have a go at getting the audio a bit better. Right, I've now maxed out my audio in the game. I still can't hear anything. Okay. Reverses and forward. So that's a bit bad in my opinion, because if we sit down here, we've got a nice tick of the Spirax.
If you see anything suspicious,
I like
please
that.
tell a member of staff or the police.
Here we go. Get out of here. Right, Burnside. Come on. Burnside, Croftfoot, Kings Park, Mount Florida, Cross Hill, Queen's Park, Pollock Shields East, Glasgow Central. 20 minutes run time left. I'm going to get a bit ahead of myself speed-wise, so I'm going to stand on the brake, get us slowed off again. Straight in notch 3 of power. I just feel like I've got a handbrake on, that's how much power I'm using to sustain myself here. I'm going down 1 in 100, so I'll coast. Sounds like I've got rheostatic braking. I didn't realise they have regenerative braking on these. So with the audio turned right up, I'd say it sounds reasonable. Normally I have the audio turned a long way down, just for this, because, you know, when you're sitting in train sim for a couple of hours, it really can hurt your ears. But yeah, I'm like, it's not bad. It's just that it's not good either. It's probably the best way I can explain it. But audio, you know, that's one portion. So I can understand not giving that, you know, the 100% most important marks of anything, or everything, I should say. Pop the doors. It's a shame I didn't get that for opening it in the introduction mission. It's got some flowers planted, which is nice. I hope those disappear in winter, but I could be wrong. Got a little travel pass card here, which is nice. What's it called? Onliner, so it's just like a generic name. Giving it about 30 seconds. I'm going to run up here, have a look, and then TP back. Oh. I'm late for my train. Wait for me. TP into the cab. Lock the doors. We'll get out of here. Croft minute and a half for a mile. So we're expected to average 45. And we've got a 50 limit. That is some impressive acceleration they're anticipating. AWS, is that going to be instant or 2.5 seconds, or 1 second, sorry? So good that the electronic delay that's there. That's just a repeater though, I think. But that is something I've actually seen there. It's nice that we've got new signal assets and new OLI. And a train coming towards us. Ooh, and wheel slip protection. Nice. So I think that is wheel slip protection kicking in. See, look at that. When I go step 1, it goes back to step 1, bounces up, then comes down. Interesting, going to approach from the side, can't approach from the back. Class 380 stop marker. I hope we do. I hope we do get the 380, because that would be a nice modern train for the north. And yes, this is one of very few instances I'm accepting that Scotland is part of the north. Nope. Couldn't be a Scottish tourism poster without a Loch Ness monster on it. Time to get out of here. But, so, I say artwork-wise, route art seems pretty good. Like, you know, even the new assets are really nice.
Please tell a member of staff or the
yeah.
police.
So we're going to King's Park next. We've got a red signal after King's Park, but obviously we don't care about that at the moment. What else? Got the window, which is sort of nice. Got the clips there. That's a nice amount of artwork thrown into it then, because look at that. You can turn the vent on and point at you. That is nice. think I saw a couple of seconds of, oh there it is, of Train Sim TV on this, and yeah, you can go with a fan. You know, little stuff like that I think adds a lot to the immersion. Oops. Predictably, that has done nothing for the audio. 25km warning. Once again, after the station. Step 2. You can see this. You can see normally the grey lining on the platform is actually quite a nice marker because you can just immediately, sort of from a distance, see the lighter colour. Yes, I didn't realise these had regenerative braking. Let's have a look at this door. No, not that door, this door. Pretty smooth door, fair enough. To be honest, I don't know enough about 314s to comment much. It's nice that we've got that. Formula 3 coaches, yeah, we are. Do that. Right. It's probably a thumbnail right there. So when you hear, the reason I take screenshots twice is one's a 4K screenshot, so it's too big to use for a thumbnail, and the other is the thumbnail version. We've got a nice little power plug there. Definitely not for charging your phone from. Brakes released. Oh, interesting. Two minutes to cover 0.8 of a mile. See. Oh yeah, I've got a green. That's the DRA switch. Isolate it, turn it on. I believe the safety rules on DRA is you, if it fails when you're in service, you can isolate it, and basically you have to run the train. You can run the train until it can be withdrawn from service without causing massive delays, basically. Which I suppose is a nice thing. A 30 limit as soon as we come down here, so immediately on the brake. Down 135, that is steep. There we go. I'm going to quickly just search up Class 314. It's a PEP, and I didn't think the PEPs had Rios. I thought they were like too early for it, you know. So Class 314s were based on the experimental 445s, or PEP, which is one that's designed for the 313 and 315s, which are used extensively in London. In line with other PEP-based classes, the 314s consist of two out-of-motor cars with an unpowered trailer in the vehicle in the middle, giving the technical description DMSO, PTSO, DMSO. The coaches were of integral and aluminium alloy, construction based on steel underframe. Each three-car set could accommodate 220 seated passengers in line with standard practice in the Glasgow suburban sector. Capacity could be expanded 4 peak times with 2 units working in multiple for a 6-car. Whoops. This looks nice, this area. Like, this has a very similar feel to the suburban Glasgow route by, well, currently by Rivet, but we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, it has. So I'm going to make the argument here that if two individual, well, entirely separate devs are making routes that feel almost identical, then I would suggest, that's probably a good thing. That means that both of them are probably hitting the nail on the head pretty closely. Obviously, one's south of the river, one's north of the river, but it'll not be that massively different. So again, the route art is pretty nice. Waiting for a sign. How about this one? Entertainment on demand TV.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
It's definitely a lady from Glasgow. Look at that. Alright. Lock the doors. Let's get out of here. Cross Hills, our next station stop. Cross Hill, correction, not Cross Hills. So, let's have a look. So 880 brake horsepower, which is pretty impressive actually for the size these are. Yeah. Again, I'm looking at Wikipedia, which obviously we all know is the greatest place to look, but yeah. Oh god. Yeah, we all know, you know, Wikipedia's got the best and most accurate information. But, you know, it is a good place to start off, I would say. But, yeah. Also, it's a bit of a shame that they're all in Saltaire, because it looks like only 5 were respread into Saltaire, with the rest being in the Carmine and Cream livery. That is what it is, though, with that one. Sorry folks, 3-car train. I'm not stopping up there today. I'm looking for the planter on this station. Right at the top end. Grr. Okay, I put brake in too soon. Power in too soon. Let's go. But yes, so yeah, there's no notes on what the braking is on these, but it's a weird one. Like, I can't imagine Dovetail would, you know, manage to institute a feature into the game that wasn't, or feature into the train that wasn't there, you know. But at the same time, I just, yeah. So bogey's being replaced. Alterations to cab. Full bogey and Buckeye overhaul. Yeah, weird. Dunno. Just dunno. Not like the assets used on here. Got the overhead line actually mounted on the wall. Queen's Park Station. Must get the planter. So, but yeah, this area does feel nice. You know, it does feel very urban. Honestly, yeah. It does remind me of that. Yeah, I would say that, you know, this is convinced. You know, trains aside, you know, that sort of view there. I would say, don't know, definitely UK because the bay window style, but I don't know. I guess it's one of those things, though. What makes it Glasgow, you know? I guess what I'm going to say is there's nothing inherently wrong with it. Put it that way. I actually think the cab controls are different to the 314. Shut up. The 314 that AP modelled. Also, interestingly, one of the leading motor cars on 304 203, so our sister train, were 204, on 203, was replaced with a Class 507 MSO after an accident. And 314202 lost its classic Strathclyde orange and black livery, the last remaining. Or on 204, not 202. Grr. Yeah, in 2006. We are Pollock Shields. So that, I guess, looks nice. Yeah, we're still on time according to the timetable. After Pollock Shields East, straight into Glasgow Central. Nice. So yeah, again, the artwork. It's honestly, I really enjoy it compared to, really, Southeastern High Speed. That wasn't too great. Arosa line really wasn't good, but this is actually really good. I definitely think I like it. It is, yeah. It's a, it's an enjoyable train to take for a spin. Handles a bit like a go-kart, but I'm not sure, if that's actually part of the way it's supposed to behave, because that would make sense to me that it's a commuter unit. It's meant to be a bit of a go-kart. But yeah, I mean, basically, I've got no mega issues. It's it's not something I'm gonna refuse to drive. Yeah. Although I've got to say, it would be nice because I think, yeah. The sleeper gets turned around on here somehow. If it's I don't know. But I know the sleeper comes out of Glasgow and basically gets turned on the line here. Before it goes to Motherwell? Motherwell. No, not Motherwell. What's the depot outside of Glasgow? That's annoying me now. Hang on. I'm going to Google this whilst I'm driving. There's one thing if I've learned in YouTube from all my time driving in YouTube videos, never Google and drive. But I'm saying no. It begins with, I'm fairly sure it begins with an M. Pollock Shields, Oatlands, Rutherglen, Polmaddy. Begins with a P. I mean, in the alphabet I wasn't that far off, I guess. It'll be a Polmaddy depot. And it gets turned around on here, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least it used to before Corona happened. Also, it's interesting that we've got green, not green, yellow. Got one signal 4. Welcome to Glasgow Central. 20 had. Oh, nice track trend sounds. Feels nice and sort of like I like that. So there's no AWS in this area either, which is why we're not going to get the alarm for going over this. Turn that off. I think 20 is the limit all the way in. No, it's a 15 soon. There's a sign on the overhead line that's telling you it's a 15 now, I think. It'll be the next signals, right? Roughly. Yep, there's the sign anyway. We're at 15. It's a bit of a shame how quiet it is, because I don't feel like the station would be this quiet at this time of day, But I get we don't have Virgin West Coast, we don't have cross country, we don't have LNER. But that's the case of it is what it is to me. I think it's definitely something that will hopefully be fixed soon. You know, I think, well, not soon, but in the long run, you know, I'm hopeful that if we get things like Class 390, then they'll add those layers in. You know, I'm hopeful something like that will happen. Also, there's the flange stands, so they do exist on the train. Must have just been an appropriate application. Well, I don't know, that Curve for 4 was some could have some high speed flange. I'm not really sure. But yeah, welcome to Glasgow Central. That was pretty enjoyable, actually. Yeah. So, what is my rating on this DLC? I paid full price for it because I'm an idiot and didn't buy it in the pre-order. But overall, I enjoy it. It's personally, I think they could have put more in. You know, like another unit to drive would have been nice. But I guess, you know, I think the 320s are supposed to be sort of mechanically similar, but I'm not sure. You know, something like that would have been nice. Or, you know, even the 380. I'm assuming that'll come as a DLC then. Next one is to stop here, which is fair enough. We'll stop, pop the doors open, and I'm going to look at powering down the cab. So it goes forward, off and out, off. Step 3, taillights. Now, it's a big question. Scumbag. No, it's the, I think it's F. Scumbag! Yeah, can't seem to change that. Fair enough. We'll hop out the train. Oh. Zoot that long. Right. Crumbs. Let's just go and shut the doors manually. That's another thing I've noticed. Dara! Stop ditching me! Oh, newspapers.
Please keep personal belongings with you at all times. Any unattended baggage will be removed immediately.
I think I know who that is. So we've got an achievement unlocked, which is nice. We got the glod, as Matt Powell would say. My stop accuracy improved substantially after the first pass there. That's pretty cool. So overall, I quite enjoyed that drive. Yeah, it's, you know, not world-endingly amazing. And she'll have a look what the scenarios are they've included, see how creative they got with that. But yeah, they've got a couple of Scottish people who work at Dovetail, obviously from the former Rivet office, or the former Scottish office, now Rivet Games. Sorry, we're not going to service, we're looking at scenarios. So 205 services, that's pretty respectable. I mean, you're never going to get through that. So we've got a couple of these. Pure Baltic. Poor weather on this Newton to Glasgow service means trains have bunched up along the line, affecting timings and causing poor signalling. Okay, I can deal with that. Drich Day. Take this Glasgow to Neilston service through Mount Florida while keeping on traction. While keeping traction timings in this poor weather. I like that snow effect. Collector, starting at Shields depot, run down the single track line to Cathcart before bringing the stuck train back to the depot. I like that. Here's my sort of thoughts though. 1, too bad weather. I mean, he's wearing a jacket, so that could be bad weather. Run an additional service from Neilston going to Glasgow via Newton to avoid a stuck train. It's got 2 breakdowns. Okay, I mean, they're old units, so I guess that's not unreasonable. Run this match day service to accommodate for fans. Run this matchday service to accommodate for the fans travelling to the stadium. Fair enough. Extra time was that. And run the Glasgow Circle in each direction while performing passenger duties. That's fair enough. So that's not too bad, really. And also, it's mainly using different track, which I'm okay with that. But yeah. And that's that. That looks like, is that rain or am I imagining things? I think I'm imagining. No, that one probably is rainy as well. So I think there's a little. That is one of my issues with Dovetail on a lot of stuff. Is it feels like whenever you're north of the Watford Gap, um, it's just rain. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little first look. Once again, my overall impressions really good actually. Couple of little bits and bobs that's really just polish, but it's just, basic what the way sort of Dovetail classify bugs is you've got an A bug, which is you can't complete the scenario because of it. So for example, I was testing a scenario for a friend. You basically had to go in and reverse into a line. They actually put a locomotive blocking your access to that marker. That would be an A bug because you can't, scenario's incompletable. A B bug is it's completable, but it's a major impact on gameplay. So, for example, you're driving a train from point A to point B, and the frame rate goes to like one FPS. You can complete it, but it's just really not. Well, that's probably not even that. I can't think of a B bug offhand. A C bug is basically stuff that should be caught and polished but wasn't. So that I would, like things like the intro, I'd say it was a C bug, and it's a bit of a shame that it's on the root intro. But then again, my root intro wasn't that amazing, so I can't judge too heavily on that. But anyway, that's it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, comment what your thoughts are on the root, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time, guys. Bye for now.